Emo Social Club. We are here with Story of the Year.
That is us. Hi, I'm Dan.
I'm Ryan. I play guitar.
And I played the lead vocals, dude.
We really just need to emphasize that
I don't
it's
want
you
anybody
running around.
mistaken that I'm in the lead vocal slot, dude.
No backup.
Nobody's ever gonna know.
Well, there is backup. You have other
Yeah.
people
I
on
do
stage,
it all,
but
man. I
you
can
got
sing
it.
both at the same time. I don't
You
know if
can
you
do
guys know
like the
this.
ventriloquist, like projecting your voice all
I'm
over.
really talented.
That's really crazy.
Thank you.
What's also
Thank
really
you.
crazy is that this is the 20-year anniversary tour.
Yes.
And this is the second time you've done an anniversary tour for Page Avenue. So how has it been now at 20 years compared to 10 years ago when you did the 10-year anniversary tour?
I'm so sick of this album. I'm gonna let you answer this time.
Okay. I think the main difference is, like, culturally, like the emo, screamo, this genre, like right now is having such like a huge moment that wasn't the case 10 years ago. You know, it was just kind of diehard super fans at that reunion. And this one, I feel like is just bigger in scope just because the genre is bigger in scope right now. And for us, just there's so much nostalgia wrapped up in this record. That's the coolest part, is that it's not just the songs, it's all the memories you have attached to the songs, and to share that with a sold out venue full of people, it's like pretty fucking awesome, you know?
Yeah, it feels great. It's great to have a record that we can play 20 years later, front to back, and people care still, and it's amazing. It's a weird thing. It does not feel that old. Does not feel like it's 20 years, but time flies when you're kicking ass.
There you go.
So it's
Can I say ass on
you
this?
You
say-
can say
Okay.
ass.
You can say anything you want. Well, I should.
Well,
preface
within
that.
reason. Like,
Yeah,
don't say
within
anything
reason.
like really,
How
really
cancelable
outrageous.
is this
Oh,
podcast?
man.
I've been trying to get canceled. Just trying to pop off. That is a joke.
Just kidding.
Before
folks.
anybody thinks that that's serious,
Kidding.
that's a joke. So yeah, how this nostalgia stuff has been better now, I guess. Would you say it's just been going well because of like TikTok or the internet just finally catching on to Page? I've been listening to this album since 20 years ago,
Yeah,
so I'm
sure.
like, yeah. For me, I'm like, yeah, finally you all are here at the shows. But is it just a new audience? Is it like how have people come around to Page Avenue now, 20 years later, and the audiences that are coming to these gigs?
I think it's just all the above. Just everything in the zeitgeist, TikTok, Instagram, like just all that stuff. And the cool thing is, it's not just people our age. It's that we were just talking about this earlier. There are young kids, you know, like young kids. And then there's teenagers. Then there's people that are 35. I was just, our VIP, you know, I just talked to a doctor who operates listening to Story of the Year, you know? So that's been the coolest thing. It's just like, it's like such a wide range of ages here. You know? It's
Yeah, we had a
crazy.
7-year-old at the VIP as well. A doctor and a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
The
There's- yeah,
7-year-old's
that is-
favorite song is off of our new record called 2005. And it's everything in between. Most of it's just the fans that have been into our band for 20 years, you know, and a lot of it. And just diehards that are excited about music again. And it's been awesome.
But it is weird though, when at night after night, when you ask people how many times, raise your hand if this is the first time seeing us. It's like half the crowd is the first time seeing
Yeah, it
us,
is.
which is
Wow.
like,
So that is pretty crazy.
that's
Yeah.
something more than just growing up with the album. There's something else going on. And it's probably everything you just said. You know?
Yeah.
Just how badass we are.
I mean, yeah.
It comes back around. I mean, I will say, like, I didn't start to listen to you guys until like maybe 5 or so years ago. And then I was like, oh, like, this is a good band, because it just wasn't a band that was around when I was in high school as popular in that.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where if you do make it through the certain amount of time and you're still going strong, that says something about your band. And then people who are questionable early on or didn't grow up with you or whatever, they find you and they're like, well, they're still putting out good music. They're still a good band. So yeah, it like resells itself, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and I think with that too, you have kind of entered into this new emo nostalgia revitalization. Are there any specific either emo or pop punk acts or even like indie core acts that have been around, new or old, that you're really vibing with right now?
Oh man, the emo thing is weird for us because emo was different 20 something years ago.
It's all under a big
now
umbrella.
it's an umbrella of a term, yeah. Because we grew up with like Sunny Day Real Estate and Promise Ring and stuff. That was emo to us. Yeah. And and then there was like punk rock and hardcore, and then it was like everything blended all together over the last 20 years, which is really weird. So I don't know what is what anymore. I have no idea what is considered emo. It's just everything. But I don't know. Whenever you just said that, I thought of the Menzingers. That like was a band that popped into my brain because like they're kind of indie emo punk rock band, and I love that band a lot. I don't know. I love a lot of music though. We the Kings.
There we go.
They keep walking by, so I
Cameo.
gotta shout them out. They're on this tour with us as well.
Youth Fountain opening up
Youth
too.
Fountain's awesome too. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird because they're more on the pop punk side. You know, I guess We the Kings is kind of too, and then we're on the heavier side of all of that. But it all works together.
Yeah,
It's very weird.
it's all just that umbrella
Bring back
keeping the rain off our head.
Keeps it
Yeah.
exciting though.
Bring back the genre blended bill.
Yeah.
As far as Page Avenue, obviously we know the singles, Until the Day I Die, Anthem of a Dying Day.
Never heard that one.
What was do you remember when the album was coming out, what the decision was to put those two songs out as singles? Were there any other songs that you thought should have been a single off the record that now you're playing them? You're like, man, we should have put this one out, or how has that changed over time?
I think we put the right songs out as singles.
Whatever we did it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were just the first ones we recorded. We went
Yeah,
in and did like
literally
a
the
batch of
first two.
songs, and they were like, all right, we'll use
'Cause
these.
we met with John Feldman, who produced the record from Goldfinger, and he listened through all of our stuff that we had, and he was like, "Okay, Until the Day I Die, that's a good song. We'll rework it a little bit, but we had that one already. Like, it was pretty close to where it is now, and we just kind of knew that was like that's our song. You know, it was always no question that's going to be a staple. We didn't know it was going to do what it did. We didn't know it would have the success it had, but some songs you just kind of know. Anthem, I don't know how that became the second single. That was kind of random. But I guess it was just the same thing. That record just happened very naturally. I know we wanted In the Shadows to be a single for a little while because we wanted to put a heavier song out.
Yeah.
We
go to
wanted that
radio.
to be the third single instead of Sidewalks.
Yeah, we didn't want to put Sidewalks out because we were like, no, people are going to think we're wimps, man. Because we were 23-year-old kids, you know.
Sure.
We were very worried about everything. But I still wish we would have put In the Shadows out. That would have been cool. But I think we kind of maybe did in Australia, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. No, Our Time Is Now was a single in Australia on the second record.
Did not know that.
It wasn't
something new
we didn't
every
do a
day.
video.
There
I
you
think
go.
they played it. They started playing it on radio back in the day, but because we went there and we were really big that year in Australia on the second record. But
I'll at least say that back when I saw you at Warped Tour, I think the year the record came out, and hearing In the Shadows live, I'm like, it should have been a single.
well, yeah,
Should have been a single because this was going way
if
too
we
hard.
were going to go fourth single, we were going to do that, but then we did not.
Yeah.
But and they wanted us to take Sidewalks to top 40 radio, and we did not do that either. We purposely were we were very particular about. We were getting big really fast, and it was freaking us out. You know.
You didn't want to end up in like an early 2000s rom-com or something, teen rom-com?
I mean,
No, we had offers.
Yeah,
Oh.
we could have
We
done
were-
a lot of things that we didn't do.
We were scared.
It's scary to navigate that when you're young and trying to have street cred and be like, we want to be a cool band, but we want to be successful. And it was different 20 years ago, cred and what was cool and don't sell out. You know, it was
Yeah.
such a big issue back then. Now the rules are sell out as much as you can, or else you're not cool. And it's very different now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do what's right at the time. Figure it out.
Do you remember what any of those movies would have been if you did take them?
Yeah.
What were they?
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dashboard has a song in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
That was going to be ours, but we turned it down.
No
You're welcome,
shit.
Dad.
Wow.
You're welcome, Chris.
It
I've
was
told him that before
a
too.
reality show that was supposed to be done on MTV. I guess we can say that. It doesn't really matter. They're supposed to do a reality show. And oh, so we probably shouldn't say some of the other stuff. I don't want to piss anyone off.
No, yeah, but there was a couple movie things that just and it was never the Spider-Man thing was just we already had a video done. It was going to be for Anthem of Our Dying Day, and Joe Hahn from Linkin Park had already done our video for that song. It was a really cool video. Still love the video, but they wanted to put Spider-Man clips in the video.
Yeah.
and we were just man, we don't want to be the Spider-Man band, you know?
Well, it had to be 40%.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
It would have completely changed the video, and we really liked it. And it was more just an artistic kind of let's not do it. But probably terrible idea in hindsight. But no, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I don't worry about it ever.
The other day I said to my friend, oh, we should put on the song from Spider-Man. And I was just going to see which one he said. And he's like, oh, you mean the Post Malone one? I'm like, interesting. That's the one you went with instead of Vindicated or Hero by Chad Kroeger.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, so you could have been in
How
that.
old is this particular individual?
30s, around my age, 36 or so.
I do love the Spider-Man or the Post Malone song. With
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
they're all,
Spider-Man video.
they're all good songs.
Only because my kids listen to it all the time. But
Yeah.
it's a great song.
Yeah.
So, hey, it's all what age you are and what you're into. It doesn't matter.
I was about to say,
There's no right and
if someone
wrong.
said put on a Spider-Man, right now I would pick from the newer Spider-Mans. First
I
and
would put on
foremost.
Hero.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
No question. I put on Hero by Chad Kroeger. Everybody
Don't-
growling their way
was
through
that
it.
like Spider-Man?
That was Spider-Man 1.
One? That was the
Yeah.
first one. Okay.
That's the one where he's like, I am so high.
Oh,
And he's singing like that the whole time.
how'd it go?
I am so high. I can hear him.
Oh no.
And then Josie Scott from Saliva's in it. Anyway, we have more questions.
So,
You guys are from St. Louis originally.
absolutely. Still are.
What was it like growing up in the scene there? How has the scene evolved? What are you doing with, do you still like go back and do hometown shows now? Like what's the vibe of St. Louis in 2024?
We'll be there tomorrow, technically. There's not a lot of a scene. There was never a big rock and roll scene. I mean, there is, but there isn't. Like, we were the only band that got signed out of, for maybe ever, back out of St. Louis. No, I mean, there was other bands. There's a lot of smaller indie bands and stuff, but we didn't have a lot of model to follow. It was just like, all right, if we work really hard, maybe this will work out. There was a band called The Urge before us. That was the only band that was signed that had ever done anything. Nobody outside of St. Louis really knows them, but they were like our goal. Like, if we could do that, they signed to like Immortal Records and then toured with 311 and stuff way back in the day. And they're still a staple in St. Louis. But going back now, I don't know. We love playing there. It's always an amazing hometown shows. Yes, we always kill it there live. It's amazing for us. Still don't know about the scene. There's a lot of bands that sound like Story of the Year now.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of great musicians there. It's just it's few and far between when they get to a band that actually has some success. It's a weird city.
Would you at the time like drive up to Chicago? Like, would you come here?
To shows here in Chicago all the time. At the Metro. I saw H2O here. Suicide Machines, Goldfinger. I used to come up for all the punk rock shows back in the day at the Metro. That was like my favorite club. And then we played there way back in the day.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I was at that one, but I knew you did.
It was like probably 03, 04, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And then we did the House of Blues a million times.
Yep.
Never played here.
This is newer. I remember seeing it at House of Blues back in the day. This one's been since then, built since then.
Sweet. Yeah, I was wondering if this was newer or what.
Yeah.
Concord Music Hall?
It used to be Congress Theater right over there.
Congress Theater.
And now
Yeah.
it's completely dilapidated.
Yeah. Just boarded up.
I had heard of that. I
Yeah.
don't know if I don't think we played that before, but maybe we did. I don't know. We've done a lot. I don't know.
It's been 20 years.
Who knows? Yeah. Shows venues have come and gone. So
A lot of venues have come and gone, especially in the last few years when the world ended. It ended a
yeah,
lot of venues.
again
ended.
with the distance rule and
Yes,
everything
yes.
Yeah.
here.
5 feet away.
Who you've worked with, who you've toured with, is there anybody you would ever want to collab with, artist-wise, on any upcoming tracks or music that you guys would put out, or any music that you hope somebody would ask you to jump on?
I would love to collab with anybody, really. It's like we never do it. It's weird. We always talk about doing things, but then we just don't. Like on Tear Me to Pieces, our new record, we had all these ideas of guest vocals and stuff. And then it's just weird. Something about our band, it just doesn't. We always are just like, no, we just want it to be us. I don't know why. We've done some cool stuff over the years with other people, but I wouldn't know anybody specifically. Like, it would have to be friends. We have so many friends in bands that I would love to do something with. We were just talking at the VIP about how people used to do split 7 inches and like cover each other's songs. And like if like us and Anne Berlin or somebody was saying Silverstein or something, it'd be awesome to do something like that. It just never works. I don't know why. But I will. Of course.
This is the call out to everybody.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, let's do it. Who's in?
We'll manifest
Who's in,
it.
man? Hit me up.
Call them cowards if they don't do it.
I've done a lot of guest vocals on other records, weirdly, but we've never had a guest vocal. Well, Page Avenue Falling Down has guest vocals from Toby from H2O and John Feldman from Goldfinger. It's like the punk rock song on the end of the record, but since then we have not done a guest feature.
It might be time. It's been 20 years.
On the new record, Kevin Scaff from A Day to Remember plays guitar on one of the songs. Which
Okay.
is cool, but that's like not a noticeable, it's like it's a guitar part, so it could have been him. Nobody would really know the difference, but you can tell it's Kevin if you know it's him. But
Real ones
that's
know.
cool. So yeah, we did do a collab, man.
There you go.
Shit, yeah.
When we were young, you're playing Page Avenue there too. We're talking about collabs. You got plenty of other bands that are on When We Were Young from the scene. That whose set are you jumping into? Whose song are you jumping on stage to sing along with?
We'll see. That first year was awesome. It was a lot of friends. Big hang session backstage. But I don't even know how we're going to play our whole record at that. It was only half-hour sets the first time, so I don't know if we're playing longer this time or because we can't play Page Avenue in a half hour. So.
It's got to be just songs from that album, not that album.
I don't know.
Coheed said they're playing the whole 70-minute record on Twitter.
Yeah,
anyway.
Logistically, I don't know how this is going to work.
Yeah. They have it figured out, I'm sure, but that's not our problem. We'll get there and be like, okay, we're only playing half of it. Fine.
Yeah.
If a riot happens, no, then nobody will care.
Yeah.
They'll be like, I think they played it all. I think they did. Be like, no, we didn't.
No, I remember them playing the whole thing.
I don't know. I will gladly jump up and sing some stuff with people if it lends itself to happen. We don't plan things, man. We just show up and do it.
Love it.
Spontaneity.
There you go.
Have fun in the moment. Tonight, we might have a guest. I told Travis from We the Kings to come up and sing Until the Day I Die tonight because it's the last night of tour. So whether or not that happens, we'll see.
We'll see.
We love that.
Brandon from Atreyu came out in Nashville and sang with us.
Yeah.
Because he lives in Nashville now. So,
Hell yeah.
but it's always like, oh, dude, come do it real quick.
Yeah.
It's never a planned thing.
It's like they're walking side to you and you're like, hey.
Yeah, like, hey, you. So,
Oh, hey, you're there? Come on up.
yeah.
Well, sick. Well, thank you for being on. This is the last night of the tour, you said.
is.
So
Yep.
It's been an amazing run. Happy to do it. I'll be happy to play not the whole record again
Yeah.
for a little while too.
There you
Whenever
go.
we can play some other stuff.
yeah.
It's like it's great to be able to play the whole record, but some of the songs you're like, okay, come on. Nobody really wants this one. They want other. We have plenty of other records.
Yeah.
You're like, we can play the new stuff, guys. Please,
Yeah.
let me
We
play
are
the-
playing new songs as well tonight from Tear Me to Pieces. So it's been basically Page Avenue and Tear Me to Pieces. That's all we really have time for right now. For promoting both, but
Yes.
yes.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
Thanks, dude.
Making
Yeah,
time
thanks
for
for
us. We really appreciate it and looking forward to seeing the show.
Absolutely.
Sweet. Thank you.